My family forgot I existed until they needed my inheritance. My family treated me like background furniture. My sister Brooklyn dominated every room with her dance competitions, and my brother Cameron flexed his athletic achievements. They lived for applause, trophies, and attention. I lived for my Saturday visits with Great Aunt Helen, the family outcast who'd been difficult for 30 years. My parents would roll their eyes when I'd leave for her house. Still wasting time with the crazy old lady, my mom would sigh. The pattern had been set for years. Every Christmas card featured Brooklyn's dance poses and Cameron's athletic shots while I got cropped out of the final version. The lighting was better this way, my mom would explain. Last year's card had an obvious gap where I'd been standing. When I pointed it out, Brooklyn laughed. Maybe you should try being more photogenic. My 18th birthday proved the point further. My parents threw me a small dinner while Brooklyn had gotten a massive Sweet 16 with professional photographers. Different personalities need different celebrations, my dad explained, handing me a gift card while Brooklyn's party had cost thousands. Cameron got a car for his 16th. I got taken to Olive Garden with my parents checking their phones the entire time. It continued with every achievement. My mom constantly bragged to neighbors about Brooklyn's dance trophies and Cameron's sports scholarships. I graduated summa cum laude and got into graduate school. Radio silence. When I mentioned it, she shrugged. Your accomplishments aren't really brag-worthy. People want to hear about exciting achievements. Brooklyn placing third in regionals got announced to the entire neighborhood. My acceptance letter got nothing. The worst part was how they mocked my Saturday visits with Great Aunt Helen. She'd been a successful businesswoman before the family wrote her off as eccentric. My parents would make faces when I'd leave. She's probably leaving everything to cats anyway, Cameron would joke. What a waste of time visiting someone who doesn't even remember your name. Great Aunt Helen remembered everything, including how the family had abandoned her. Christmas mornings looked like Brooklyn and Cameron had been visited by Santa's premium package, while I got the clearance aisle. They'd unwrap designer clothes, electronics, and expensive gadgets. I'd get generic bath sets and books they'd clearly grabbed last minute. We know you don't care about material things, my mom would say, watching Brooklyn squeal over her new laptop while I held a drugstore candle. Family vacations became another exclusion. They planned elaborate trips to Hawaii and Europe, filling photo albums with their adventures. When I'd ask about joining, they'd claim there wasn't room or budget. You wouldn't enjoy it anyway, my dad would say. You're more of a homebody. I'd spend school breaks alone while they created perfect family memories. 3 people apparently made the perfect family size. Even my college graduation became about Brooklyn. They showed up late and left early for her dance competition. My mom spent the ceremony whispering about Brooklyn's performance. When I walked across the stage, they were discussing dinner plans. We're so proud, my dad said distractedly, already heading for the exit. But we really need to support Brooklyn tonight. You understand? Everything changed when Great Aunt Helen died. Her lawyer called with stunning news. She'd left her entire $2. $3 million estate to me. Everything. The house, the investments, the business holdings she'd built over decades. My phone exploded within hours. Suddenly, I was everyone's favorite daughter and sister. My mom called crying. We've always been so close. Brooklyn started texting constantly. I love you so much, sis. Cameron began inviting me to hang out. We should spend more time together. The emergency family dinner happened 3 days later. My mom had attempted to cook my favorite meal, except it was Brooklyn's favorite pasta dish that made me nauseous. Everyone kept complimenting my hair, my clothes, my wonderful personality they'd apparently never noticed before. My dad raised his glass. To the most generous daughter in the world. My mom nodded tearfully. We always knew you were special. They talked about family trips we could take, investments we could make, how money should stay in the family. I told them I'd think about sharing and left early. My phone exploded with accusations. You're being selfish. Family should come first. Great Aunt Helen would want us to have some too. But Great Aunt Helen had left me a letter. She'd watched the family ignore me for years. You were the only one who saw me as a person, not an obligation. Use this money to build the life you deserve, away from people who only value you for what you can give them. I kept every dollar. Moved across the country, started a non-profit in Great Aunt Helen's name. My family still sends angry messages about my betrayal.